All right, what's up, everyone? We're going to go over the equal weight versus market cap weighted Nasdaq 100 chart layout. We've got the equal weighted on top, and then we've got the market cap weighted here on the bottom. Now, investors use this chart to analyze the performance disparity between the equal weighted and market cap weighted Nasdaq indices. By observing these differences, you can provide insights into market breadth and the strength of the rally. A divergence where the QQQ outperforms the QQQE might indicate that the rally is being driven by a few large cap stocks, suggesting weaker overall market health. Conversely, if QQQE, which is the equal weight, outperforms QQQ, it indicates broader market participation, which is a healthier signal for sustained market growth. This analysis helps investors gauge the robustness of market movements and make more informed decisions about their investments, essentially through market breadth. All right, so this is a market breadth chart layout available for purchase in the link using the description below. I have multiple different chart layouts of market breadth, market internals, intermarket relationships, and more. Lots of really cool things you guys can check out. And depending on who you ask, okay, depending on whether someone's a bear or someone's a bull, they'll kind of give you their own interpretations of this chart and, essentially tell you guys, hey, this is super bearish for the market or this is super bullish for the market. It really just depends. But for me, I just like to use it as a form of market breadth, right? How are stocks participating in this movement in the broader indices, right? In the S&P 500 and in this case, in the Nasdaq 100. And we see here that the Nasdaq 100 is still stuck below previous highs, right? We're not making new all-time highs in the equal weight Nasdaq 100 versus the Nasdaq 100 has been making new all-time highs for a while now. So, does that mean that this is bearish, that this whole move is bearish? No, it doesn't necessarily mean this whole move is bearish, but as we discussed, it really just goes and shows you guys that a large portion of these gains are being driven by the large weighted stocks, large market cap weighted stocks in the indices, right? Such as the NASDAQ. Okay. But it can also give you guys some really good signals. I mean, here, what I'm looking at is, I'm seeing that we had overhead supply, all right? And we broke that overhead supply resistance, retested it, and break up to the upside, right? The equal weight had tried to do that here recently and just broke through. And what's it doing? Well, it's forming a little bit of a cup and handle, right? I mean, if this is a giant cup, okay, and then we get the resistance, we pull back, we have a little bit of a handle now. So what I'm saying is that, hey, the setup in the broader market, right, and the equal weight NASDAQ is actually pretty bullish here, right? And if we can break through these potential highs, these old previous highs, well, then we could be seeing more participation from other stocks in the market versus all of the top weighted, right? And so maybe now I'm going to start looking at opportunities in the equal weights NASDAQ ETF. All right, which basically is just going to be the NASDAQ, but rather than just looking at NVIDIA or just looking at Apple or just looking at Microsoft, I know that potentially there could be a lot of good setups in some of the other names, right, that aren't weighted as high. But just because they're not weighted as high doesn't mean that you can't find opportunities. And so that's how I like to use this chart. Okay, is I like to look at it and say, all right, well, overall, what does breadth look like, right? I mean, it's one thing if you're seeing this chart, just absolutely looking terrible, right? Like, let's say this, bearish trend right here, and we saw the NASDAQ 100, the regular QQQ, just continue its uptrend. That would be a little bit scary, okay? But oftentimes, you'll see these charts moving almost in unison with each other. Just on a performance basis, the market cap weighted is usually going to outperform, all right, to the upside, right? And that's what we've seen. This one making new all-time highs versus the QQQE not making new all-time highs in this chart. But if you look, and they top out right around the same area over here, and then what do? Well, they bottom out also right around the same area, and they generally follow the same trends, right? Generally following the same overall larger trend. It's just a really good way for you to visualize very quickly and easily, what market breadth is looking like, right? Are we seeing that broader participation from the market, or is it just in the market cap weighted stocks? Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out some of the other different chart layout packages. And if you've already purchased those, I'll see you in the next video explaining the next chart layout that you're looking at.